Hey guys, David Anderson official here. Right now I'm going to teach you guys how to do a rail ride. So probably the easiest way to start out is if you can double tire ride something small like a curb. Even if there's a sidewalk there, if you hop onto the curb and stay on the curb and don't go over the crack, you know you can ride in a straight line. Then you can take it to somewhere like a rail. So I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a really easy tip to get tire rides dialed. You get any board, it can be skinnier than this, it can be like a 2x4, a little bit taller. But either way, you can get the balance of a tire ride down without actually ever falling or anything, because you can obviously ride on and off of this. So all you want to do is, you can, on a board this small, you can ride right onto it, no problem. So just ride onto it straight a couple times and you'll get the balance. And what you're going to realize is that the skinnier the board, the less turning you can do, and the more you're going to have to leave your tires, like your back tire, straight with your front tire and not turn. But how to balance is you have to lean. So you'll either lean your body weight and leave your bike where it is, or you'll have to stick your knee out and like that, and you'll see in a lot of my tire ride clips how far I stick my knee out and everything. But you can't turn your tire. So you can practice on something like this. If you don't have a board, go to a sidewalk and try and stay on the line of the curb. You'll eventually get really good at being able to keep in a straight line, no problem. So after you can ride across it, no problem, you get the side-to-side balance and you stay on the board for as long as you want to. Then you want to start trying to hop onto the board so that you can learn how to get your tires on in case it's something high enough you need to hop onto and you can't ride onto it. The thing you're going to want to do is land your front tire first with your tire going straight on whatever object you're landing on. And if you do it right, you'll be able to picture where your back tire is going to land. And so the front tire lands first. It's kind of like landing front heavy, but you won't notice it unless I slow-mo it, which I'm going to so you can see. But the front tire basically dictates what direction you're going to go, obviously, with steering and everything. So if you land the front tire first, you know that you're going in a straight line. Whatever side you grind on is what side you're going to want to hop onto the tire ride from. You probably won't be going straight on while you're learning it, because you'll want to go slow. Even though I'm right foot forward, I like to hop onto the left for grinds and everything, so for this I'm going to hop onto the left too. But here's a close-up of me hopping onto this front tire first. Now you kind of see what I mean by front tire first, and that is what you're going to use for any type of rail ride, whether it's skinny or square or round, it doesn't matter. And since you already have the side-to-side balance, you've got turning out of your system, you're not going to do that while you're up on a rail. Then you can start taking it to a square rail or a skinny ledge, even like a taller curb or a standalone curb. You'll get tires dialed on that. Then you can work your way up to something like this, a big square rail. And if you get them dialed on that, there's no reason why you can't take them to a circle rail. One thing you're gonna be afraid of is missing your front tire. Back tire isn't that bad. You'll either go into like a feeble grind or like drop into a crooked grind. That's not that scary. The scary thing is front tire. So when your front tire drops, if you have 4 pegs on, usually your front peg will hit the rail on either side, and it's just kind of scary because you're expecting it to roll smoothly. Instead you might catch, do a little bit of forward action. It's not scary as long as you know you can push your bike out of the way and catch yourself. So if you feel like you're going to fall over, just put your hands out, you'll be alright. Unless you do what I did in Philly and get cocky about your tire rides. So the reason why I have a scab on my face and my teeth look fake is because they are. But I'll put the video link in my description. For when you mess up on a tire ride, you'll be afraid of flipping over, and that's why I suggest doing it on something like a board or learning it on a curb, where you're not going to ever flip over, you'll just ride away even if your front tire misses, so that you can get so dialed that you'll hardly ever mess up when you take it to a rail. So there's a lot of skate parks with low square rails, and I think that low square rails are the perfect place to dial in your tire rides. But even if you only have a Sabrosa rail, there's no reason why you can't learn it. And if you're going slow and hopping on from the side, then you're not really going to flip over. So if you come up to your Sabrosa rail or any round rail and want to just, without the risk of, flipping over and possibly tearing up your hands or teeth, then you can come up to the side really slow on the side you're going to hop onto. And this works for a round or square rail. And just hop on, front tire first, and then hop off to the other side. Because if you're going slow, you won't have enough momentum to get to the end of the rail. So balancing on the tire ride is basically what I was describing before. You want all of your weight to be directly over the rail. So even if your bike's tilted like this, as long as both tires are on, you're fine. So you can lean this way and keep it, or you can keep your bike frame always even with the rail if you only balance with your body. So I could either stick my knee out or move my shoulder over like that. As long as I don't turn like this, you can keep the tire ride. So there's a couple tire rides that look crazy that I've saved, and I'll have one knee all the way out here and my shoulder dip, and you can come back from it. As far as doing tricks off of tire rides on any square or round rail, if you can do the trick flat without carving, then you can do it off of a rail ride. So a lot of people see my tire ride 360s on a round rail and they're very confused, but I can ride in a straight line and pop in 360 without carving. So if you can do any trick without carving, then you can bring it to a rail ride. Tire ride 180 is cool. Just like I said, practice maybe in a parking lot riding on the painted stripe and 180ing without your tire popping off to either side. I'd recommend having some high tire pressure, especially if you're going to go on a round rail. And I like having really hard tires that when I put my front tire on, I want my tire to be on, not bounce on and off. So I keep mine. If you stay low and bend your arms, you can kind of control how the bike's balancing. So you might be hunkered over the bars and using your elbows to sway back and forth. That's perfectly fine, and then whenever you get to the end, then you stand up and do your trick. It helps people balance. It helps me balance, so. Alright guys, if you learned how to tire ride because of this, tag me in your videos of tire rides, comment that it helped you or something. Or if you want to see more of my videos coming out, then you can subscribe. Upcoming, I have a van check. Then I'm going to do probably weekly updates on a road trip that I'm taking very soon across the United States. So I'll have my Sabrosa rail, I'll have some driving, some funny editing vlogs basically of me road tripping in my van, but I'll do a van check before I leave for that. I'm going to have a how to hang 5 video. It will come out very soon. If you guys like my shirt and jacket, Ethic Clothing Co. I've been riding for them for over a year now, and they keep me dressed nice. So if you guys like what I have, use my personal promo code BMXDA, and there'll be a link in the description for their website, and you'll get 25% off the entire website.
That's he don't think I'll fuck with the year. No.